Hey guys, today's video is going to be on the travel nativity set preparation. So I want to show you guys how to prepare to create a traveling nativity scene so you can either take it with you when you go somewhere and you can explain the Christmas story, or if someone or people come to your house, you could have a nativity scene all ready to go to share with them, and then they get to actually take it home with them. So this video is just going to be on preparation, what you're going to want to do to get ready. And then my next video, I'll actually walk you through the Christmas story, how I would when my family comes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sit down and figure out how you're going to divide the Christmas story out. I went way in depth. I mean, major in depth. But this is like my 5th year doing it. So every year it gets more and more advanced. We don't have a lot of kids in our family. We actually have none. And so when I do the Christmas story, I really do go in detail. So this story has 25 parts, and each part actually will get an item of some kind. Some parts even get 2 items. So that's why right here, so this is all ready to go actually for one of my Bible studies that I'm going to do in person. And so I'll just take this with me, and there's actually 15 sets in here. And so when I get to where I do Bible study, all I have to do is open this up, and then I have everything kind of like organized. If I go like this, they're going to fall out. So I don't really want to do that. I can show you in a little bit kind of more detail what I do. So I'll give you an example. My first part, I start with Zacharias and Elizabeth. You don't have to, but technically the Christmas story really does start with them. When I went to Hobby Lobby to look for like my figures and stuff like that, of course they didn't have Zacharias and Elizabeth. So I made Zacharias and Elizabeth. So I just went and just made this on a Word document. And then like my second one's going to be Elizabeth goes to the secret place. Scripture does not say Elizabeth went to the secret place, but it says that she went and she hid herself for 5 months. What did she do for 5 months? She spent time with Jesus. Guaranteed she was in the secret place, meaning that one-on-one time with the Lord. And this is a great way to start to present the secret place to people. I mean, maybe you're having family come, or you're going somewhere and they don't really know about, wow, I'm to have quality time with the Lord. Like I am to go deep with him. I didn't know that. And so then you can just kind of do a little nugget. And then I go on. The next main thing is going to be Mary and Joseph. They're on the scene. So I'll talk a little bit about Mary and Joseph. The next part will be how an angel shows up to Mary saying that she's going to have a baby. And you can kind of see what I'm doing, right? Like I said, I'll do another video actually walking you through the whole Christmas scene. But now let me just go ahead and take you throughout, I guess, my preparation with this. So you can go see my table, and I'll just give you some more nuggets on how to prepare. Oh, another thing too is I went to Hobby Lobby for all my stuff. I am going to be making probably a total of 35 sets. I know, it's a lot. Hobby Lobby didn't have 35 Mary and Josephs. Like when it came to like the stickers, they only had like 10 sets. And so I'm like, I have to improvise. So I found some other things for Mary and Joseph. Where are they? Oh, they're on the table. I'll show you. With King Herod, again, all that's on my table. So I'll just show you. You're going to have to maybe like double up with stuff, and that's okay. You may have a couple Mary and Josephs that look like this, and then a couple Mary and Josephs that look a different way. It's not going to be the end of the world. No one's going to care. All right, so let's go to my table and I'll show you what I've been up to. All right, well, before I go to the table, I'll just show you here. This is what I did. So I got these off Amazon. It was really nice because I could take these off
and like move them. So if I had longer items, that's not gonna go back in, but if I had longer items, I could do that. So for example, this is a map. So I even made maps. I'll show you in a second. I made maps of their journey. So people could actually understand the traveling route of Mary and Joseph. But here I organized everything. Like I said, this is ready to go for 15 people. I'm gonna close it so Caleb doesn't jump on that. That would suck. All right, so we're gonna go over here. Oh, here's one of my nativity scenes right there. Got that at a garage sale for $3. And I got some more over by the kitchen. I'll show you. All right, so what I've been doing since I'm prepping so much, I put down all 25 parts on my table. So as I am cutting and whatnot, I can be like, oh, this is the warning that the wise men had not to go back to King Herod. Then I'll just put them there. So when I collect like 5 at a time, then I go put them in a Ziploc bag, or I go put them in that container. Here are some of the, this represents dreams. So Joseph had a total of 4 of them. Now, again, I don't have a lot of these, so some people, I know they'll probably feel gypped, but some people are gonna get little sparkle balls instead of like the clouds, because I just don't have enough of these. So I'll probably give this to like the more, like I actually will be doing the Christmas story for a couple kids. So like I'll let the kids have this, maybe some of the older people in my family who like to touch things. And then there'll be people like my husband, like he won't care to get the sparkling ball. But that would be an example of how I have a couple different things for like the same item. And this is going to be the 22nd part of the Christmas story, when they are actually traveling into Egypt. He knew to do that because of a dream. And then this was like the little map that I made. So I did this so they can see it. So yes, when they open it up, they can kind of see the route that they were taking. You don't have to go this elaborate. That's just me. I can go show you over here some more stuff. So like I ordered some of these stickers off Amazon. These stickers were from Hobby Lobby. This is kind of like my catch-all. And so these crowns I'll use for King Herod. And I have some of these for like the shepherds and the sheep. As you can see, sometimes people will just get a sheep to represent the shepherds. Sometimes they'll get a shepherd themselves. The stars represents when the wise men saw the star. And you can kind of see what's going on. I got these too for dreams. I just thought they were fun. This represents the temple. But you'll see all of that when I do the next video.
All right, guys, so on a final note, this is what I would do. I would decide what you want to do with your Christmas story. For example, like I've mentioned, I've got that's 25 parts. And what I would do, whether it's 25 or 10 or whatever it is, when you write out your part, and I would write it out so then you don't forget. And then eventually you would probably want to give your Christmas story write-up away, so then when people go home with all their little traveling nativity scene parts, they have a list to look at, so then they can refamiliarize, I don't know how to pronounce that word, themselves with the story. So when you write out your parts in parentheses, you could put down like what figure you used for that part. Like for example, I said Joseph has his first dream, and then in parentheses, I have either a figure of a cloud or sleepy eyes. There's these cute little eyes that are like closed on a star, or like a sparkle ball, whatever. So then they know. So with that said, you're gonna probably wanna get some bags. And what I do is I hand out all the bags first to everyone. Then I start that Christmas story and I just go in order with, you know, how I designed it, how I put it together. And then like I'll hand out piece by piece, right? So for me, the beginning of the Christmas story starts with Zacharias and Elizabeth. Then I hand that out. Then they can put in their bag. Then I go on to the secret place and so on and so on. So that could be helpful as well. And then with these, you could just fold it, whatever. I roll them and put little stickers on it, and that might help. If you I will give you my templates. They don't like look the greatest. I'll go show you what they look like in like a minute. If you want, I'll send you all my templates. Just go to my website and email me, and then I'll email you everything. And so there you go. If you have thoughts or questions or anything, just let me know. All right, bye guys.
All right, guys. So I'll have these available for you to download if you email me. All right, so this will be the 25 parts to the Christmas story. And this is going to pretty much just tell you the story and how I divided it out. And you'll be able to take care of 2 people with one of these templates. Then this is going to be getting those parts manifested. These are the parts of the Christmas story that I couldn't find figures for or enough figures. So I only had so many crowns for King Herod, but not enough for everyone. So I just made some. When I went shopping, of course, they didn't have like Zacharias and Elizabeth. I mean, they had Mary and Joseph, obviously. So I had to create Elizabeth and Zacharias. So when you cut them out, just make sure the name's always on the bottom and the figures on top. It'll make sense once you take a look at it. So this will take care of 2 people. The maps will only take care of 1 person. So when you look at my story and you watch it online, the 25 parts, in the midst of this, there's going to be 5 maps because I take you every place Mary and Joseph went. So like they started in Nazareth, they went to Bethlehem. That'll be like 1 map that they get. That's like part 6. And then later on, they go to Jerusalem. Then they go back to Bethlehem. Then they go into Egypt. Then they go back up to actually Nazareth. And so when you cut out this one, I would cut up on top and over. Again, this isn't professional or anything. Like, again, if I was to, I don't even know if I'd ever sell this stuff. I'd feel so bad. I'd be like, no, it's Jesus stuff. But if it was more on a professional, I would have cleaned it up more. I just don't have time, but you'll get the job done. So you just cut up here. And then when you cut the bottom ones, let the word Nazareth be your guide. Right after H, just cut down on that. Just cut down. Up here will be easier to cut. All right, guys. God bless. If you have any questions, let me know.